is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning once again, and thank you for keeping it on UBC TV. Welcome back from Weather and Nature with Molen Kenyana, and please don't miss that every weekday we are here to ensure that we give you more information regarding the weather but also nature. Now it's time for Good Morning Uganda agenda, where we discuss issues of national concern that affect you, affect everybody. And today we are going to be discussing a very pertinent issue. This is the plight of workers amidst COVID-19. We know many people have lost their jobs. Even those institutions that are still working, they're only using 10% of the workforce. That is to decongest, to avoid a lot of people turning up at their workplace. That is a fertile ground for the spread of COVID-19. And with me in studios is a man that I once termed NSSF midterm benefit, because it was all over the place, all over all sorts of media and every avenues pushing for this. Yes, Parliament then passed the bill, but that is something maybe for some time back. But it's also a man who is so very vocal when it came to teachers' money, the 20 million that were pledged by the president for private teachers. This time around is not on either of the two. Is here to just give us an insight in the plight of workers and what they're doing. That is none other than Owere Wilson, who is the Chairman General of NOTU, that is the National Organization of Trade Unions. And recently he was elected as the Vice President of the Horn of Africa Trade Union Federation on Trade Unions. And I want to congratulate him upon that milestone achievement. It wasn't very easy. There was politics, there was also a bit of civility, but emerged winners. That Wilson, you're most welcome to our studios this morning.
Oh, thank you. How are you, my brother?
I'm fine. I'm happy to have you this time.
I'm also happy to be here. UBC for the. I think I've been here many times.
Yes.
But today we are here at a time when there's lockdown, and there's a lot of issues among the workforce. So I'm here actually to discuss few things relating to the workers' issue.
Maybe if it's okay with you, you can excuse yourself of the mask due to social distance for effective communication.
You know, I'm one of the leaders. I must first of all show example.
It is okay.
That I have to put on mask. But when I want to emphasize anything, I will remove the mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is okay. Well, now when we talk about workers, we know that 90% of the workforce is now home because organizations are working at only 10%. But you also know that COVID-19, many businesses may never rise again. So many workers are totally out of the workforce. From your point of view, how has this lockdown affected the workforce in this country?
First of all, now I can remove my mask. The lockdown has really affected workers, and rightly, as you said, 90% of the workforce are either at home or working from home. And when you look at the population, even you, the 10% who are working, the 90% who are looking at them, they think they have the money, and yet they also don't have the money. So there's a lot of issues that are affecting workers. Even those who are working, the 90% who are working, some of them, their allowances have been dramatically cut. Those who are getting full salary are very few. There are those who are at home and they have been there. Even the first lockdown, they never reported back. Then this lockdown also got to them. So there's a serious problem. Then there are those who are already on the street because they lost their job in the first place when COVID hit the world. So there's a double problem amongst the workers. And this is where now we need to sit down, plan, and see how we can help out of this. Now, the government came out with a lot of remedies to help. First of all, from here I want to go and meet the minister, because in workplaces, people are affected. Now the general secretaries and the leaders of the workers, who are supposed now to be very close to the workers, they are not moving. They don't have stickers to move. Because at least if we can get stickers for the 40, 45 or 46 unions, that they can, you know, a worker, when a leader talks to him physically or by phone and so on, it also brings in some kind of relief. And we need now our leaders. This is the time when our leaders are supposed to be very, very close to the workers, because this is a time when they need counseling, they need to be talked to, and they need also to monitor how the employers are doing, because some employers may use this chance also to disorganize workers by trying to make sure that they don't give them what is supposed to do. You know, we have to have a win-win situation whereby, I will give you an example, that you are talking of 90, but there are workplaces which is 100% closed. And I want to highlight some of them. For example, the private teachers or schools have been closed. That one now, you talk of 100% what? Closure. Now you go to other places, maybe hotels, you find that the bars, those ones are 100% what? Closed.
Closed, yeah.
So they are certain, they are sector by sector. Now there's other sectors which are working, but they are working maybe on shift. But also the shift ones are also affected in a way that they may be required to sleep there, which is not also not very comfortable. Then you go to medical area, where we have highlighted that the whole of last week we were talking about
the plight of medical workers.
The plight of medical workers. These are the people who are now on the front line, who are really battling in the battlefield. And those ones are really also in a serious, because first of all, they have taken the risks. They need to be properly having protective gears, which actually somewhere, somehow, they are also lacking, and many other issues. Now, how are we trying to sort out this?
Maybe after giving us a clear picture of what the situation is at hand, the other question that comes to my mind is, what is your mandate as NOTU in the time of COVID-19? What is your role? We know there are workers that are at home, there are workers that are at workplaces. So a union that brings all together the 46 unions that we have in Uganda representing workers, what is your role at such a time?
At such a time, first of all, our role is to monitor and ensure that the sector unions are on ground, trying to help workers to see how they drive the sectors. I'll give you an example. Like the private teachers, now, the General Secretary must be active, trying to coordinate with the government, the local government, and so on, to see that those workers in various places are actually they get on the list of people who are supposed to be assisted by government. There are those who are actually need help. All the interest of workers they cater for. Then in other areas like medical, they have to be very close to the workers to find out really these workers having proper what is government supposed to give them, the employer and